So I wanted to do this story because for years we have heard nothing but negative things about the great Michael Jordan, probably the greatest NBA basketball player of all times, my favorite player of all times. Heard negative things about his philanthropy, his donations. He don't do any charity, doesn't do anything for the community. And there have been people, famous and unfamous, who have spoken out against this man. And what's crazy, not what's crazy, but what's interesting is he has never said anything about what anybody said about him outside of basketball. Now, you talk about basketball, he'll talk his noise because he know what he put into the game, what he brought to the game, what he brought to the game. I mean, good Lord, especially in this era. Anyone from played from the '80s until now can pretty much owe a lot of the success, the money that they get, the notoriety to Michael Jordan. But a lot of it in the NBA is going down right now because not too many people are watching the games because it is pretty much for the most part hot garbage to us old school fans and basketball players who like to play full court, not just 3-point line. If you want to do that, go to the state fair and win you a bunny. But hey, they getting paid big money like doing that. So I ain't hating because I ain't never played in the NBA. So more power to them. But anyway, there was an interview done by a lady named BB Drake. You'll know her when you see her on this Holding Court podcast. I've seen a few of his shows. I haven't seen many lately, but this came across my phone as scrolling, trying to find something to do. And she says this about Michael Jordan. Let's listen. Well, let's watch.
I loved Michael. I did Space Jam with him. We were sitting around talking while the cameras were resetting and all that. We were in Pasadena and he said something to me. And I said, well, you know what? It don't matter because I've already found out the more I make, the more I take. And I was talking about little me, insignificant me in the scheme of God's world and the IRS and the thousands, a few $1,000s I had to pay back because I don't have no real reductions. I said, so that doesn't matter anymore to me about how much I make. And he said to me, I ain't gonna never forget it. Don't you ever say you have enough money because there's not enough money in the world that you don't have enough money. I looked at him like, what the hell? Why would he say something like that? And he said, now what I'm saying to you, Miss Drake, is the more money you have, the more you can give. He said, you the one want to build wells. He said, and you can send them $200 to help, or you can pay the 4,500 to build the well in the village. And I'll never forget it. He said, there's never enough money because the more you have, the more you can give to those who need it or whomever's in your heart. Michael Jordan said that. Michael.
Interesting. Now, this lady has, in my opinion, has no reason to lie on Michael Jordan. And one thing that I can say that every time I used to hear people talk bad about him, I would say, I never heard him come out here and defend himself. Never hear him talk disparagingly about people. Now, some people say as a person, he can be a butt or whatever, but I mean, what do you want? You want everybody to be perfect. Martin Luther King supposedly did all this stuff for civil rights, but then they said that he was like a Marxist or a communist or something and had a bunch of women and orgies and stuff like that. But it's like, dude, what you want? I mean, I ain't saying what he did was right, but you want him to be perfect, or you want him to lead your people to freedom and equality, or on their own. But I'm one not really a fan of what he said in the beginning. Now, in the end, he was like, "Hey, we gotta do this financially because all this marching and singing and kumbaya ain't doing nothing but getting our head knocked in. But if we use our money for ourselves, and you know what I'm saying, that's what's going to help us." And then they took him out. But anyway, like I said, Michael Jordan never really talked bad about anybody. So, but what I wanted to do is like wonder like where did this come from? And I think it started because when he was playing basketball, and I forgot who was running for an election. He, Democrats wanted his support, and he was like, "Hey, Republicans buy shoes too," and everybody got upset. But what he said truly, really was probably profound because what he's basically saying is, "I'm not choosing any side. If you just, I mean, just to be choosing sides, because if that's the case, shoot, they you know what I'm saying, they pay me just like you pay me. So what's the difference to me?" But what he told Miss Drake is that they paying me so I can do what I want to do. Republicans, Democrats, Independents, Green Party, all y'all are paying me, what I'm saying, coming to the games, buying my merchandise, buying my shoes, watching my commercials, going to the movies, watching my Space Jams. Everybody's paying me so I can do what I need to do out in the community. And I ain't finna sit here and put my name on everything, and I ain't finna put my face on everything. You ain't gonna see Michael Jordan hand nobody a check. Michael Jordan is racing race cars on a yacht, playing golf, riding motorcycles in your face, but yet behind closed doors is giving millions of dollars, has given millions to the community when the people who talk about him probably hasn't given a dime to anyone. But I want to go in and see a few, read off a few things that he has done. So I Googled, charities Michael Jordan donated to, and, AI is a great, powerful tool. And it said Michael Jordan has donated to many charities, including Make a Wish, the Boys and Girls Club of America, and the Jordan Family Foundation. He also has supported the Special Olympics and the United Negro College Fund. Let's see. Yeah. It says, see, Make a Wish. It said Michael Jordan has granted hundreds of wishes to children around the world, making him one of the most requested celebrity wish granters. In 2023, he donated $10 million to the Make a Wish Foundation, the largest individual donation in the organization's history. Have any of y'all donated to Make a Wish? I know I haven't, so I ain't even gonna trip on that. He got the Jordan Family Foundation. The Jordan Family Foundation helps underserved children succeed in life, both as students and as members of their communities. Let's click on. I want to click on this real quick. This is the Jordan Family Foundation, bridging the gap in educational opportunities available to underserved young men and women. It says 100 plus lives changed. JFF, the Jordan Family Foundation, has funded 4-year high school tuitions for more than 120 deserving students, which means they probably went to a private school and he funded their education. Hell, he might have funded my daughter's education. I don't know. All of whom have gone on. No, well, no, because I guess she would have known about it. All of them gone on to attend first rate colleges and universities across the country. Through need-based financial aid, JFF is committed to helping young men and women, primarily from minority communities. We provide opportunities for academic, athletic, and social enrichment to these underserved youth. Now, you might think, hey, Marlon, remember back in the day you said you should, you know what I'm saying, giving somebody something they won't appreciate it. Well, here's the thing. They were given the money to go to school, but they still had to do the work. Still had to go to class, make the grades, do the community work, whatever it took, graduate, move on to college, do the same thing, and then become pillars of society. That's a difference. It's different just giving somebody something for free and then giving somebody something so they can continue the work they're already doing. This is Jordan Black Community Commitment. In 2020, Jordan and Jordan Brand launched a $100 million 10-year initiative to fight systemic racism and create more equitable futures for Black Americans. And you know what? He can't get sued by who's that guy that's suing all these companies that's like getting federal funds going towards like minority businesses? He can't get sued by them because it's a private funded company, so he can donate money to whoever he wants to and however he wants to. That's how it's supposed to be done. So for those of you who try to harp on saying that we need to vote Democrat or Republican and so the government can give us this and get these grants and stuff like that. He does it on his own. This is how it's supposed to do. You supposed to build your own. No, to take up and build your own, donate, finance your own, so that way you ain't got to worry about no one saying, "Well, you can't get that scholarship or that grant can't be given because federal funds can't be used to help the people that the feds help hold down since the beginning of this country in the first place. Can't do it now because nothing can be race based. But if you can do your own, then you ain't got to worry about that. It said the James R. Jordan Foundation aims to bring change in hopes of children, families, and communities. Let me see what that is. I want to click on that about the James R. Jordan Foundation. Let's see if that'll. It was found to bring change and hope to those who need it most. With the help of so many partners and friends, we continue to do just that for the children. Our mission: empowering youth and strengthening families through education and partnership. Education, to me, is always the key and number one, because studies show again, if your kids cannot read at grade level by the time within the third, fourth grade, they pretty much you've pretty much written your child a ticket to prison or to poverty, pretty much. Let's see, our vision: a generation of academically and socially empowered students supported by strong, engaged families and their pathway out of poverty. And it starts with education, always. Let's say Michael Jordan is involved in a variety of charities. We'll just say, looking to the star. Let's look at, I'm just going, you can't see what I'm looking at, but just trying to scroll through some things because I want to see different things he gave to. Let's say Boys and Girls Club of America, Buna Cotty's Fund to Cure Paralysis. That's because somebody got paralyzed, so he gave like $1 million to help that. Cats Care, that was back when he was on the Bobcats. Charitables, Jackie Robinson Foundation, James R. Jordan Foundation, Kids Wish Network to Live Strong, Make a Wish, Nevada Cancer Institute, Opportunity Village, Special Olympics, St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, the Miami Project, United Negro College Fund. This man has given away money. Hold on, I got one more question. Did Michael Jordan build hospitals? Build a hospital. Searching. No, Michael Jordan did not build a hospital, but he did donate millions of dollars to Novant Health to build medical clinics in North Carolina. Explanation: Michael Jordan and Novant Health have opened 3 clinics in North Carolina. How many clinics have y'all opened? I ain't opened none. I haven't opened a clinic at all. The clinics provide primary care to uninsured and underinsured patients. Jordan's donations have helped improve health outcomes in the region by making affordable care more accessible. The clinics are owned and operated by Novant Health. Let's say Jordan's $10 million donation. What? To Novant Health funded the construction of 2 additional clinics in Wilmington. Jordan's total donation to Novant Health has reached $17 million. Jordan has said that everyone is worthy of access to quality and healthcare. So here's the thing. And it shows a video where he was talking about opening it up and crying. Okay, so here's the thing. You may not have no money, and that's understandable. You may not have a lot of money, it's understandable. Remember, I told y'all I created a video one of my first videos that told us all how to finance HBCUs. If you really want, this is like when Trump first got in the office and he said he's going to give money to HBCUs, and then everybody got upset saying he's lying. Okay, even if he was, or if he wasn't, if you were so concerned about the HBCU and not so much about Trump, everybody, every eligible person, black person who's working in this country, give, I said, $7 to each college. Or was it? I said $10, but it's like 107 colleges, HBCUs open at that time. You give somewhere from $7 to $10. I don't forgot, to each college. You pick one each month and just give to that college, or you may pick a number of whatever, but you give $7 to each college over a 4-year period, which means not $7 each college like every month, but just $7 here, here, here to this to one college to 100 to the 107, 104 colleges that HBCUs there are. If everybody did that, that within 4 years, you would them colleges would have equally raised, was it 4 billion or 10 billion, something like that, raised that money to fund and finance every last college, every last HBCU. That's all you had to do. Didn't get a lot of views, didn't get nary a reply from them from that video. Have mentioned it many a times. Still, no one says anything about it. But like I said, it could be it could be done. But yet, you get upset because you didn't hear that Michael Jordan didn't give anything. But it was also another rumor saying that Michael Jordan had was financing prisons like through some kind of what you call it, investment or something like that. And they say his name was on like one of the biggest investors, but it was a lie. It was somebody else with the same by the name of Michael Jordan or something like that that had invested money into like like in the prisons and stuff like that. But he had nothing to do with that at all. Flat out lie. But you still have people out there who want to talk about it. I and I really wanted to bring this story up, not really so much for because of Michael Jordan, but it also is because of the way the country is going now with the politics. And I laugh and I joke about it and I troll it. Kamala Harris and the Democrats, I troll them all the time at work, neighborhood, family, friends, whatever. On the internet, I troll all the time because it's like I'll say something, throw it off, but I want y'all to think about what I'm saying. Like when I said, "You so mad when Donald Trump was running for president against Joe Biden or Kamala Harris," and I'm like, "Tell me why I should vote for this Democrat," and all you could do is talk bad about their opponent. And I'm like, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear what the Democrat is going to do. What are they going to do for me and us? If all you can do is talk bad about another person, you've lost. And that's what I was trying to get people to understand. You have lost. You need to say, hey, we're not going to talk about him. Let me tell you what we're going to do. And then don't come up with plans once you see that you're losing, and then come up with these made up plans about a black initiative for black men when it wasn't an initiative of black men. No tax on tips when Donald Trump was the first one said that. Don't come up with crap after you know that you just losing money, that you're hemorrhaging $1 billion in your campaign. Don't want to hear it. It's too late. But my point is, regardless of who is the president, what is that got to do with you in your daily life right now? Because you know what? Every day you're gonna have to still get up and go to work. Every day your kids got to still get up and go to school. You got to take care of something. Yeah, your bills gonna still be due. Your automobile's gonna break down and you're gonna need to fix them. You got to buy new things. That life is gonna happen. The sun gonna come up tomorrow, just like it did today. What are you going to do to help your community? Because if he becomes president and if he's this tyrant like you say he is, then we really gonna have to stick together, come together and as a unified front to fight this, or we will not survive. Period, point blank. But nobody want to talk about that. All they want to talk about is these politics. Michael Jordan is not a politician. Doesn't talk about politics. You never hear Michael Jordan talk about anything, but he definitely does not talk about politics. But what he does is, hey, and y'all can say that he probably donates to charity because they tax write-offs. This man's a billionaire. What the heck is $10 million? Seriously. What the heck is $10 million? This man's worth $1 billion, damn near $2 billion. But okay, tax write off. Okay, but you get a tax. So this is my thing. Just like, so it's kind of like when I say at the end of my videos, and I say, you can donate to the channel, you can give to help support the channel, or if you want something tangible for your money, like most people do, hit the shop button or go to marlonmorale.com. That's the same thing. It's like, shoot, if you're gonna spend money, if you're gonna send money or use your money got to go somewhere. Shoot, use it for a cause or get something out of it. If you got to pay taxes, I mean, tell me, like, would you rather him just pay taxes and don't donate to charity, or to donate to charity and get that tax write off because he donated to charity? So would you rather, like, say, give like to my Cash App or my PayPal or what, or super chats, or like I said, if you say, hey, I want to, support the channel, just go ahead and, like, you can hit the shop button if that's what you want to do, and buy like $12 bottle of perfume, you know what I'm saying, sell a do rag, or sell a silk scarf or what have you, just whatever, you know what I'm saying. It's just people use their money for different things. This man, like I say, is donated stuff. I mean, donate his money to charity, build, help build clinics. He's doing a lot in the community. You know what I'm saying? One person cannot save the community, but every one person can't fight every battle either. It seems like he's doing a whole lot for health and education. So my thing is, what are you doing? I feel like education is like number one. Always the education number one, and health too. And I always preach about, eating right, changing diets, this and the third, because like I said, I work in dialysis. So shoot, you jack them kidneys up or you keep eating that sugar and you get diabetes, man, it's eventually you're gonna come see me. You're gonna come see me. So I mean, you can believe that you can live, and people are getting younger and younger. Man, I got people that come to my clinic in the clinic I worked in. I think the youngest was 18. But I see a lot of them in their 40s, 50s, 30s. Just see a lot of it coming in. But like I said, you're gonna come see me. But anyway, man, get off Michael Jordan. Leave, you know what I'm saying? Let that man live, greatest player of all time. Let him have that. He donating to charity. Like I said, until you can donate. And I ain't saying, if you ain't got $1 billion, let's say like this. Let's do the ratio to the money he got and the money you got, and then do the ratio to what he gives and what you give. Matter of fact, one last thing. Let me do calculator. Like I said, one more thing. Look, calculate real time, y'all. Real time, always real time. So let's say this man worth $1 billion, right? Okay. So let's say, shoot, I don't know how much you would be worth. Let's say you were, my gosh, I'm just gonna go out and let me say you worth $100,000, just average person, and then let's say you divide that by a billion. That is 0.01020, no, 10 hundred thousandths, 10 thousandths, 1/10,000th of what he got if you worth $100,000. So 1/10,000. So let's multiply 1/10,000 by, let's say he donated $17 million. That means you need to donate $1,700 to some kind of foundation, a health foundation, a fund. It ain't gonna build no hospital, ain't gonna build no clinics, but you can donate 17,000, and that's just the 17 million he has helped to create the clinics. So you donate if you worth, that's if you worth $100,000. Now, if you worth $10,000, take a zero off that. If you worth $1,000, put a decimal point between that one and the seven, and you give $1.70. But you'll be giving proportionally the same amount of money that Michael Jordan has given for this clinic. I'm gonna need y'all to shut up. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below. Share it with the world. Let's have intelligent conversation. You know how we do around here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those four things cost you nothing but maybe a couple of minutes out your day, but it means the world to us at this channel. Now, if you would like to donate and support the channel, you can always give super thanks, super chat, super stickers, or you can go to the description box. There are a couple of links there you can click on to help support the channel that way. But if you like something tangible for your money, and I know a lot of people do, go to marlonmorale.com or hit that shop button below where we got perfumes, colognes, silk products, handbags, beard products, and much more. Check it out. You will not be disappointed. But with that being said, I leave in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.